Hello and welcome to What You Want. I'm your host, OJ Whatley, filling in for our resident watch guru, Tim Masso, while he is currently en route to Switzerland to cover his first ever Basel Fair 2016. We'll be looking forward to hearing his reports on Basel Fair 2016 in the coming days. In the interim, I have the pleasure of speaking with you today about the Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra 150 meter chronograph. This is a coaxial movement. This is a 44 millimeter case design in stainless steel. This watch features a gorgeous white dial with a vertical ribbed texturing going down the dial. What's neat about this watch is you have a nice contrast of colors. You've got that very bright, stark white dial with the vertical ribbed texturing, those lines going vertically through the dial. You've got this sort of almost floating Omega, horseshoe logo in the middle of the dial, and literally it looks like it's floating above the dial as opposed to painted on the dial. And then of course you've got the Seamaster logo just underneath the Omega horseshoe logo. The end result is what I would say is a very pleasing aesthetic with nice contrast as far as the sort of black Omega horseshoe logo against the Seamaster logo in red. And then just at the very tip of the chronograph hand you have a slight tinge of red at the tip of that chronograph hand. This is a highly legible and easy to read watch. There's a lot of luminova on the hour markers, the index hour markers, as well as on the broad arrow hands, both the hour and the minute hands. And you also have some luminova in the tip of the chronograph seconds hand. There is no luminova or luminous material in the chronograph hands or in the constant seconds hand. There is a very nice and easily legible date aperture right in between the 4 and the 5 hour marker, just on the edge of the dial right there. And what's neat about this watch is it features a screw down winding crown as well as a see-through case back. So this is a highly versatile watch. It can be worn for dress, it can be worn for sport. It comes on the stainless steel bracelet. What I like about this stainless steel bracelet as opposed to older Omega models is they had those pin adjustments, and with the pin adjustments you always felt like you were pretty much destroying the bracelet when you were pulling out those pins and you'd always have to bend them back. This particular bracelet features real screws a la a Rolex Datejust. So they're not tiny screws, they're nice size screws, and what they are is they're two-sided screws, so you really need two screwdrivers, one holding each head in place while you turn against each other. But it's a very easy sizing function, and as long as you have two screwdrivers, it's really not a difficult job to size the bracelet. This watch has a screw-down winding crown, which is nice, and it's got a quick set date adjustment feature. So it allows you to adjust the date quickly and effortlessly, and then of course by pulling the crown out to its furthest position you can turn the minute hand, which turns the hour hand. This is a full function chronograph, so it's a 3-register chrono. One register at 9 o'clock is the constant 60 seconds hand, while you have a 30-minute counter and you have a 12-hour counter. Then of course you have the chronograph seconds hand, which currently right now is at 12 o'clock. There you have it, start, stop. What's nice about this watch also is you have these very nice chronograph pushers. They're very easy to engage. They have a very nice touch. They're solid, yet they're not mushy. So you got a solid push. You got a nice sound when you push that button. When you start it, stop it, and reset it, and it's a nice crisp, mechanism. So there you have it. By the way, this is the coaxial GMT chronograph. The reference number is 231.10.44.50.04.001, but it's also known as the 44 millimeter Aqua Terra 150 meter coaxial GMT chronograph. This watch can be seen on our website by going to whatyouwant.com. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, What You Want Inc., to receive updates on our most recently posted videos. I'm just going to show you how this watch fits on my wrist. I've got a 7 1/4 inch wrist, sort of a baby-sized wrist, if you will. So I'll let you be able to see what it looks like on my wrist. So I typically wear a 44 millimeter Panerai as my daily wear, and this is the 44 millimeter on my wrist. I would say this is absolutely a very comfortable wrist, comfortable size for me. And anybody with a 7¼ to 7½ inch or even 8½ inch wrist is going to feel, very comfortable wearing this watch. There you have it on my wrist. So I'd probably be removing 2 links to sit the 2½, probably 2 links and a half link to size this watch to my wrist. There you have it. As always, thank you so much for your time, and wear your watches in the best of health. Have a great day, and thanks for checking out our video. This is OJ Whatley signing off.